よし、よし、遊ぼう。よし、公園だよ。
Viva! Hi, hi, where's everyone? Oh.
みんなラーメン買ってる。
卵は1分残った時入れると言われたけど、横は
最初から
だね。
今お腹減った。
아 이거요? 네, 삼양이거든요. 예, 그냥 여기다 넣고서 여기 이거만은 끝이에요. 네, 이렇게 취향에 따라 많이 빼시죠. 아니나 버렸어?
아, 私の卵入れてるから沸騰してない。 卵やっぱ先に入れちゃったからかな。いや、
こっちの方が弱い気がする。
マジで。
これはこれで終わり。
じゃあこれこっちに入れる。あ、壊れてる。
マジ？
なんで？
いや、これはダメだ。あ、ここドローンが合ってるところじゃない？ドローンショー。ここ？うん、そうだよ。 ここドローンショーなの？
あそこにステージいっぱい座るとこがあって。
そうなんだ。いや、今夜もあるんだな。
そうそうそう、毎週土曜日、日曜、ここ。ここから見入れるんだよ、ドローンショー。そう。ほら、ドローン出して今設置してるんじゃない？
なるほどね。わあ。
なんかよく動画とかで見たことあるけど。
ああ、書いてある論章。
でしょ？
So which way does this lead to?
Well,
Oh.
I feel like if I'm sitting there, which is a good way to relax, I've been relaxing so much.
Yeah.
So, I mean, letting Yoshi smell. That's how they communicate, I heard, which is their own way of doing it. They're too fast.
I practice but difficult.
Koreans would never think about trying to the original Korean Bible does have a lot of letters, you know, Chinese letters, and you just translate it to Korean. It's like a bit technical.
So what I'm saying is that earlier, because of she can't be in it.
No, well, I was wondering, when you read that, does it, like, you know, one is too liberal?
And then made it easier to read and it's done by the people at Master's Seminary, Jamla.
Yeah, because in the end, sometimes there will be part
Where it would like capital L-O-R-D for God the Father, and the word case, like other than the fact that Hebrew and that type of language that uses infixes, so it was a word that we know.
Well,
yeah. I was like, whoo.
なんかバラがいっぱいあるね。今バラの季節？わかんない。
Is that rose season?
Well, there's things that goes until about November, so it's basically the end of the season. That's why there's not much left.
Oh. これは夏日？
夏？夏日？
いやいや、この木。
松の木？
松の木。だね。
松の This is 松の木。
Pine trees. Pine.
Pine tree?
Yeah, anything that has that needle is pine tree.
Yeah, so.
パインできる？
が松の木。
パインができる？
パイナップルと違うよ。
違うの？
そうですね。パイナップル。
No.
パイナップルできない？
No. Pineapples are a plant, but these are trees. They're pine trees.
あ、これ。
So people say pecan, or they say
Somebody was in market. Relax. Yeah, it happens. I think it's like. Pretty much see that they're not walking.
he was stalking that bird.
These breed of birds are very wild, and they usually stay away from people because they're very
Two different. There's the Asiatic one and then there's the one
In Korean, that's kachi, right?
Yeah.
In Japanese, they call it kachi karasi. So I got it from Korea. Karasi is like crow, type of crow, and 그러면 같이 살았어. 같이 살았어. 내가 또
Yeah, Oh, it looks like this one. Okay.
그래 마그파이트.
But it's Asian, yeah, Asian magpie.
Yeah, Oriental magpie.
Oriental, yeah. It was quite racial term when they used Oriental. They didn't realize that
For animals, it's not a race thing.
Right,
It's
I
just
know.
an area.
It's just an area, but when it comes to like, yeah, they could be used as racial term when it says Oriental.
Order of the Oriental protected because obviously someone was saying, hey, the term Oriental is
When you land on the world.
그걸 기레니 의미를
어.
definitely need to pay a visit to the state of California
해요.
or San Diego. Wow, these got like second board. Exactly, no.
Oh, that's why, maybe. That's true, 75.
It has been cold for like the past week, and then today it's
I
not.
have these, but I'm gonna put these in.
Oh, yeah, true.
Oh yeah, and I was here. You know what? I just fill this for you if you want.
Oh, thank you.
I have
Yeah, is it
one
okay?
spoon to stir,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, don't suffer any burns.
You did a good job. Yeah, and I live like right near here, so
Yeah.
삐질까봐 because we did do the like spaghetti that's lying.
Flying spaghetti.
Lying.
Lying?
Yeah.
Spaghetti that's lying. Did you get the hamburger one?
Is that an actual one? I wasn't paying attention. Is that an actual one?
Yeah. Bruce Lee's.
혹시 제가 먹는 양 나와서 수납도 같이 도와드릴게요.